Morris Williamson here, and tonight on Talking and Things with the old drunken bastard, I'm gonna talk about why strip clubs make me want to drink. Now, first off, my pop always told me, don't go to strip clubs, son. And I asked him why when I was a little chap back in the day. I want to see all those goddamn pretty girls, especially in the bad midriffs. And he told me, when you go in there, it's a seedy place, and it smells of smoke, and there's nothing but creepers in there, and the girls don't want you. They just want your money, and they pretend it's their job, it's their job to pretend that they want you so that you throw all your cash at them. And the old bastard was right. The first time I went to a strip club, I walked in there and it was a seedy place, and I'm looking around and the girls are dancing on the poles, doing tricks and stuff, and there's cigarette smoke all over the place. And that's when I realized, god damn, when did my pop go to a strip club? He must have been to one of these things if he got it spot on the head. I wonder if my mom ever found out about that. But that's another topic. When you go into these strip clubs, or as they call them, gentlemen clubs, and there ain't no gentleman that's going in there, let me tell you that much. I don't even know why they call them gentlemen clubs. I guess it's a classier way to look at nude chicks walking around, But it strikes me a little funny, to be honest with you peoples. You go in there and automatically, I don't know about the rest of you blokes out there, but automatically you want something to drink to take the edge off. And that right there is the problem. The bar's usually right as soon as you walk in, and you start ordering drinks, and you start ordering lots of drinks. At least I do anyways. Usually when I'm leaving the strip clubs, back in the days, I don't go to them anymore, because my old lady would cut my pecker off, you know what I'm saying? But back in the day when I went on a regular basis, I'd get smashed. I'd get totally hammered, because it'd make me feel a little better, watching these ladies take their clothes off and dance in the poles, and then you're surrounded by a bunch of blokes that you don't even know, and you feel a little uncomfortable. That's just my take at it, and then once you have a few drinks in you, you're staring at the broads, and and you're like, you feel a little perverted at first, but then the perversion goes away, because usually you go up to the bar. Now, when you go up to the bar and order a drink, there might be a lady over there, and she starts talking to you. Bingo, that's perfect. You don't even have to go up to the stage, because when you go up to the stage and you pull your chair out, and you're gawking at the lady, with your eyes like this, and you're drunk, so you might be saying something you don't really mean, like, hey baby, can I slap that big old fat ass of yours, and then you might get thrown out by a bouncer there. It hasn't happened to me, but I've seen it happen to many blokes in my day. They get thrown out by the bouncer, and the bouncer's usually somebody you don't want to fuck with, because they will kick your ass and they will throw you out, and they might even rob you. And I try to stress that to guys when I see them there, have a little bit of respect, even though they don't have respect for themselves, but they're trying to make a decent living and taking their tops off, blokes. So you gotta show some respect, especially when you're sitting in the front. And the thing that makes me drink is when you're sitting in the front and the girl's getting real close to you, and you're getting a little bit excited, and you're throwing your money at her and stuff. I noticed that a lot of blokes just throw $1 bills out there. They don't, there's occasionally there'd be one really drunk bastard who's going like this, He's throwing all his wife's money at the table, and she doesn't even know about it. And then the girl's like, oh, look at this drunk bastard, Let's target this bastard for the rest of the night. and then you don't get any attention from any of the girls because they're all going after the real drunk bastard. So if you want lots of attention, become a drunk bastard at the strip club, alright? You'll get all the attention, but you'll go home changeless. You know, you won't have any pocket change in you no more. So what I usually do is I get really loaded, alright? And I'll sit in the corner, the darkest corner, so nobody can see me. No blokes from work come in, they're like, hey man, hey, fucking, and they fucking go up to you and they make a fool out of your fucking self. And then, you got all these guards around you, and then you're fucked, because you ain't gonna have a girl approach you. So what I'd like to do is get in the goddamn corner, alright? This is my advice to all you new strip club overseers. If you're going to a strip club for the first time, show some goddamn respect, get drunk, and sit in the darkest corner in the club, alright? Now what you do over there is you wait for the lady to come up to you, and she'll most likely come up to you and give you a fake ass name like Candy or Sugar Tits or Titty Sprinkles. I've gotten that one before. I've gotten a Titty Sprinkles. Yeah, she said, hey, I'm Titty Sprinkles, what's your name? So what I usually do, I don't tell them my original name. You don't tell Morris Williamson now. I tell them my name is John, alright? John's a good one because there's tons of Johns out there. And for some reason, cops use that name when you're picking up a prostitute. They call you a John, or you're a damn John. So I say, hey, my name is John, and it lets her know that I mean fucking business right off the bat. You know what I'm saying? You tell her your name is John, and you do a little chit chat, tell her, where the fuck you're from and all that bullshit like you do on a regular date. And then she's gonna ask you a question. And this is when a lot of guys start drinking more because they fail, or they just plain old give up and give them all the cash. She's gonna say, do you want a lap dance, baby? And you tell that bitch, you tell her, let me have another drink first, I just got in this goddamn place. You're beautiful and all that, but let me have one more drink first, and then maybe we'll go in the back and I'll get a goddamn lap dance. Now, lap dances, folks, is a very strange thing. It's kind of awkward, unless you have the right girl back there with you, but it's like a hit or miss. The girl could be all over you, or she could just be grinding you and you feel really uncomfortable, but it depends on the girl. So you can have a bad experience or a very good experience, it's 50-50. But by that time, you pay to get in the club, which is about $15 normally, or something like that, or $10 if you're in one of these real sleazebag places. And then you buy a lap dance or two, it depends on the song. And usually, I'll get a horrible song. The song choice is very crucial on how your lap dance is gonna go now, blokes. You can't be getting I'm in Love with a Stripper by T-Pain, That song will really be like, you're pushing too hard, you know what I'm saying? You're not falling in love with this broad, you're just trying to have a grind on you and get a little wasted, right? So the song choice is crucial now, alright? I prefer, heavy metal music, but you can't play that in a strip club, it's a little overdue, you know what I'm saying? So what you want to do is you want to play some like disco era music, like Staying Alive or Saturday Night Fever. It'll make the broad laugh, and that's what you want to do. You want to be like the Bee Gees back in the day, and you want to play it cool, or play some Bruce Springsteen is really good too. A little Bruce Springsteen song every now and then. You can't play the normal stripper music like Make Your Booty Pop or anything crazy like that, because then you're sitting back there, and if she ain't making a booty pop, you're looking like a damn fool for that song choice, you know what I'm saying? So when you get done with the strip, club dance and stuff, and the lap dance and whatnot, you're out about $60 by then. You know, between the tipping on the front stage and whatnot. And then she's going to ask you, and now this broad has already given you a fake name. She's already lied to you. She's going to ask you, do you want to go into the VIP lounge? You know, the champagne room, as they call it. And that's when you really know you're fucked. That's when you might be drinking way too much there, chaps. Because the VIP room is about $80. Now, I'm not saying I know this from experience, but then again, I'm not saying I don't know this from experience. You know what I'm saying, now, chaps? But you go in there and it's $80 for the same goddamn thing, you know, unless you got one of them broads who's a little more friskier than usual. But then, you know, then it was worth it per se. But you know, it all depends. But what you want to avoid is going in there and then coming out really broke, like $160 in. And then you don't even have enough for another beer. You know, I don't know how much you blokes make out there, but you won't have enough for another beer. And that's what makes me really want to drink. You know, they lie to you. Think they make you want them, and all they're there for, chaps, is to take your goddamn cash away from you, and you walk out of there with a boner and drunk as a fish, smelling like stripper. And if you smell like stripper, I don't know about you, but you can't get that shit off for you for like a day. So if you have a girlfriend and you're going back home, she's gonna know that somebody was grinding your cock, alright? So you gotta watch out there, especially if you're married. You're rolling the goddamn dice, blokes, if you're married, you know what I'm saying? So my advice to all you is stay away from the strip clubs. They're not worth it unless you're planning on going there, getting drunk, and coming home with a boner, alright? That's all I got to say tonight on Talking with Things. And if you ever, here's a little tip, if you ever hear a stripper say he's got alligator arms, it means that you don't dig it in your pockets, your hands are short, so that they're making fun of you, chaps. You know what I'm saying? I don't know this from experience, but I've heard strippers, I've even dated a few strippers that said that's code for a guy in spending his cash. Or oh, they got alligator arms and they ain't digging deep into the pockets to get the damn cash out. So if you hear that, you better start spending some cash or get the fuck out of there. Alright? That's all I gotta say tonight on Talking with Things with the old drunken bastard, the strip club edition. Good night.